everyone, this is Jira from Plant Corner, and today I want to talk about carnivorous plants. Carnivorous plants has been really popular within the past year. We have a lot of customers who come in and ask for Venus flytrap or pitcher plants. So I want to just make a quick video to tell you about how we care for them and how you could have these guys at home when you create a proper environment for them. Carnivorous plants are pretty easy as long as you get the type that are from the tropical area. Because if you get carnivorous plants from the highland area, then you have to also control the temperature of your room and control the humidity level. Most of the carnivorous plants that are in the store are from tropical area, so they should be easy for you to care. The most important thing about carnivorous plants is they cannot take tap water or bottled water. You have to make sure that you give them either distilled, rain, or reverse osmosis water. Another type of water that we get for our carnivorous plants is actually from the condensation of our AC unit. So we just put a bucket underneath and let it drip in there. And from there, we can also use that water to water our carnivorous plants, because these carnivorous plants are grown in a bog environment and they don't really have a lot of nutrients in the soil. And that's the main reason why they cannot take nutrients from their roots. Another thing about carnivorous plants is they need plenty of light. So I have successfully grown carnivorous plants in my east-facing window. You could also do it in your west or south-facing window as long as there's nothing that obstructs the light. However, in the wintertime, if your plants are not going dormant, you also want to give them supplemental lights as well. Aside from natural light, we have also grown carnivorous plants under grow light, and I generally recommend 12 hours if you use 3 of the Barina T5 grow lights, or if you use Soltech Vita grow lights, we just put the carnivorous plants about a foot away from the grow light and have the grow light on for 14 hours. If the plant gets sufficient light, they will turn red, and that makes them really pretty. Soil. You cannot use regular soil with carnivorous plants because they have too much nutrients in the soil and it will burn the plants from the roots up. So you want to just use either like sphagnum moss mixed with perlite, or you could use peat moss mixed with perlite as well. There are a lot of sellers on Amazon that sells carnivorous plants, so you can also use those pre-made mix. Feeding. You don't actually have to feed your carnivorous plants. They work just like regular plants and they photosynthesize when they get plenty of light. However, bugs or small animals in nature are like fertilizer to them. So if you want them to actually like grow faster and flourishing, place them in a place where they can access those type of insects. For example, you want to leave them outdoor, or if your home has a lot of fungus gnats or flies, you could leave them in your home. Or if your apartment do not have access to outside, or you don't get any pests or insects coming into your area, then you want to consider getting freeze-dried insects for your carnivorous plants and feed them once or twice a month. If you're new to carnivorous plants, I wouldn't recommend fertilizing them because you have to really dilute the fertilizer. So I know some grower would give them like a drip fertilizer, but again, if you are just getting into carnivorous plants, there's no need for that. You don't want to risk burning your plants in order to feed them. The watering method that I find most successful for me is to have a reservoir underneath the plant and then keep refilling the reservoir, because for sundew, you don't want to water the plants and then rinse off all the stickiness on the leaves because it takes time for them to build up those things. For Venus flytrap, you also don't want to water on them and risk them having to close their claws thinking that it's an insect. So generally, I would just refill the water in the tray and make sure that there's always about a 1/4 of an inch of water, rain, distilled, or reverse osmosis water in there. Never, never let the soil dry out. And that's the gist of how I would care for our carnivorous plants. If you have any question, you can leave them down below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!